कदम आपके साथ, powered by ICRA.
This is TV18 and you're watching CNBC TV18.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. I'm Sandeep Shrikant. This is the last leg of the semi-final round. 11 teams from India's top B schools, 2 Indian wildcard teams and 1 international B school are battling it out on this stage. Today we'll find out which 3 teams will go on to face each other in the grand finale. The case study from Hindustan Unilever is about Magic Water Saver, a newly launched product that addresses the pertinent problem of water shortage faced in many parts of the country today. Take a look. Every day, over 100 million Indians grapple with the problems arising from the scarcity of water. The majority, that's 57% of them, belong to the lower income section of society. One of the biggest water consuming activities in a household is laundry, which accounts for over 20% of the daily usage. Almost 80% of the water used in this process is actually just to rinse soap off the clothes. Enter Magic Water Saver. This laundry additive was devised to help rinse washed clothes in just 1 bucket of water, thereby saving up to 3 buckets for every wash. It was test launched in Andhra Pradesh and has achieved 40% of its targeted volumes, with around 150,000 households trying it. The response has been slow but encouraging, and HUL now wants to increase the rate of trials, educate customers and grow this new category.
The case study is really about habit formation. So this is a new category where the challenge really is to get people to see value in buying something additional to what they're doing. So just to give you a perspective, an average Indian consumer in that socio-economic class would be spending about 3 to 4 rupees on her laundry daily. And we're asking her to almost move that by 50%. Can we deliver enough value through our proposition is really what the challenge is.
So the challenge for the semi-finalists is to help develop and grow Magic Water Saver within a limited marketing budget. Suggest ideas to make it part of the daily laundry regime of SEC D&E consumers, thereby driving penetration. And come up with a business plan to break even within 4 years. The last 3 teams to take up that challenge are IIM Kozhikode, XLRI Jamshedpur and the international wildcard team from the London Business School. Let's see if they manage to shake up the leaderboard. At this point, IIM Bangalore, SPJN Mumbai and MDI Gurgaon are leading the race to the finals. On the panel of judges are Mohit Anand from Hindustan Unilever, Govindrajan also from HUL and Anuradha Sengupta from CNBC TV18. We'll start today with the presentation from our international wildcard team from the London Business School. Representing her team in the Mumbai studio is Haiyung Lee. Haiyung, welcome to Mumbai and excited to be here?
Definitely.
So Haiyung, you'll have 3 minutes to make your presentation and your teammates will be joining us on the video link from London to help you with the Q&A session immediately after that. Okay. Your 3 minutes start now.
While researching for a magic, we realized that this is the case about finding a fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. Here, primary spending motivator for non-necessary is on economic enabler. So product itself has a great preposition. It meets unmet needs for necessity and is localized and can be worked into a budget. However, when we spoke to our consumer, we identified a key non-price barrier around how product works and possible side effect on the person and the clothes as well. Also, ad viewers are unable to translate the benefit of the water saved to the personal benefit. So these are the areas addressed in our new plan. So our marketing recommendation is to simplify the message into 1, 1, 1 and 1. 1 bucket for soak, wash, rinse, and 1 cap for magic, similar to Uzala wardrobe ads of the 90s. To make this message stickier, we can create a jingle or a catchphrase to help consumers to remember the product. It should be incorporated into all other marketing on TV advertisement, street play, etc. So to make this message tangible in hands, we have our unique yellow magic bucket, which will be branded with a magic logo, which will give away for the purchase of the bottle. We believe it can be a powerful icon of the magic product, which will drive the purchase, remind the product, and creating a buzz every day. In addition to our core plan, we have multiple activation plan in order to communicate the value of the product. First of all, Scratch Card and Your Bucket List contest will offer tangible benefit for the consumer, time saved by using Magic. Secondly, water saving contest will engage consumer in our marketing, and also consumer will realize Magic can be a real hero in their everyday life. Finally, to make a Magic a habit is critical to drive the consecutive use of the product. So emphasizing the bigger benefit of the buying a bottle of the product and using the reward card will encourage consumer to repeat uses and purchases. So we define the core market as a water-starved SCCDNE as about 57 million people. At the average Indian house size of 4.8, that's about 11.9 million household. Assuming 4 loads per week is a 208 annual load per household. That's a 2.5 billion loads per the segment. In our model, we drive the estimated cost per contact and trial using the table in this case, working back from the estimate of 5 months continuous usage to break even per street per demo and try against our usage assumption and 25% profitability on regional prices. Then we estimated the marketing reach at different spans and assume the rate of conversion through the funnel based on each year's mix, while assuming the level of year-over-year decay. Year 1 and 2, focusing on building the base and driving trial and penetration, but as we begin to hit the diminishing return, we switch the beta exploiting the existing base in year 3 and 4, using more promotion and contest to drive the repeat and higher volume per household, projecting break even in year 4. Thank you.
Thank you, Hayum. Now joining us from London for the Q&A session are Deepa Balakrishnan and Matt Stiles, who unfortunately couldn't make it to India. Team, if you're all set, the judges, I'm going to throw the floor open to the judges for the Q&A session now.
In the order of suggestions, you've made a number of suggestions. One of them, of course, is about the 21 usages. And the other one really is about making the benefit communication clearer. So if you had to make a choice, which one would come right at the top and which one would you be happy to let go of?
I think for us, the first priority, of course, would be the benefit communication on it. As I don't think we'd even be in the position to get to repeat if we don't have the benefit clear and we don't engage the consumer. So ideally, you would want to get to 21 repeat uses in the future, but I think just to get that initial penetration, we really need to communicate the benefit and gain that understanding from the consumer of why it's something that they should add to their laundry habits.
You guys made a comment about saving time.
Okay.
Did you explore that any further? Is there any opportunity there for building an emotional payoff for the consumer?
We've actually seen that trade-off in action. So growing up, there was a time when we had a major water shortage and the maid at home had to say, I can't really come to work because I have to go stand in line and get water. So that was loss of wages, loss of earning potential for the time that was spent collecting water. So this would probably be more applicable for SCCE as a benefit, the example that I'm giving, but I'm sure this time saved is equal to money that could be earned is a direct proposition for many people.
So can you just elaborate on where in your plan do you envisage this insight coming to life?
I think some of the activations tried to focus on that with having the yellow scratch card where people could essentially win things that maybe cinema tickets or something else that they could use in spare time that's been freed up from saving water. As well, having the bucket list essentially of things, of having a chance to win something or a treat, of saying, you know, what can you be doing with your time that's better, and as well the saving water, saving time contest, essentially saying, you know, what have you been able to do in your time now that you don't have water. So we've tried to focus on it with the activations, with some of the more engaging executions that we have.
You all have suggested this one, one, and one. This is your approach, and this, to explain the use of the product, and you're going to use it in the communication. You're going to update the TV commercial, you say. How big a role will advertising on television play in your marketing strategy for Magic? Because the case says that advertising on TV is not that effective in inducing trials.
Looking at the case, we found that even though it's maybe not effective, but it's still major tool to connect with the consumer. So in our plan, it's going to still play a big role in our marketing to raise the awareness of the product. We saw the advertisement several times. It was entertaining and it was good to watch, but we thought it doesn't really address the real issue. It doesn't really, that part was missing. So we thought we started from kind of explaining product better on the on the TV commercial and simplifying the usage.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Hayong, Deepa, Matt, thank you so much for joining us and making that presentation. And can I quickly have the judges' thoughts on this team's performance? Mohit, would you like to start?
I like the simplicity. I like the focus. The one area I'd leave you with is I think there is much more to time saving, and it is not an intangible benefit. It is very tangible for these consumers, and that is something that can be leveraged much stronger.
Govind?
Yeah, I think the creative ideas are very good. I think I really love the yellow bucket and the 1+1+1. Very well done.
All right, thank you so much once again, Team LBS. And with that, we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll see how XLRI Jamshedpur fares.
Hey! That's Virat's lever! No, that's not Virat's lever. In Virat's lever, the seats are not like that. Virat's lever doesn't have this. And the stereo, not like that. Definitely not Virat's lever.
Virat's Lever. फेम की ब्रांड न्यू पहचान, न्यू टोयोटा लीवा।
पूरी बात सुनी नहीं और सलाह देना शुरू। लेकिन हमारे इंश्योरेंस एडवाइजर्स सलाह देने से पहले आपकी पूरी बात सुनते हैं। एडलवाइज टोक्यो लाइफ, क्योंकि इंश्योरेंस से बढ़कर है आपकी जरूरत।
सुनो सुनो रे सुनो सुनो रे सुनो सुनो, हमने केबल टीवी का सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाया और दिल डिजिटल हो गया। फैंटास्टिक पिक्चर क्वालिटी, सैकड़ों चैनलों में से अपनी पसंद के चैनल चुने, रेट कार्ड के हिसाब से पेमेंट करें। सोचोगे तो सोचते ही रह जाओगे।
31 मार्च के बाद 15 राज्यों के 38 शहरों में बिना सेटअप बॉक्स के कोई भी केबल टीवी नहीं देख पाएगा।
लाखों परिवारों ने सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाया, अब आपका नंबर आया।
सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाएं, डिजिटल हो जाएं।
Experience the razor-sharp display of Bravia. Lose yourself in the immersive sound of Walkman. Share the memories in full HD. Set in a frame that's ready for dust or water. Click perfect pictures with CyberShot. The best of Sony in a smartphone. The new Xperia Z. Sony.
Real victory is about winning hearts. That's the mark of a champion.
Thank you.
Welcome. Indian Overseas Bank. Touching hearts. Spreading smiles.
Legal Era presents the Legal Era Awards 2013, a platform to honor the creme de la creme of the legal fraternity.
We salute the lawyers and the legal fraternity on this platform.
Unless we start doing whatever best we can do with commitment and sincerity, nothing will work.
Watch the Legal Era Awards 2013 at these times on CNBC TV 18.
Welcome back. This is the semi-final round of Lime 4. The next team to present its solutions to the case on HUL's Magic Water Saver is XLRI Jamshedpur. We have Akash from the team here. His teammates unfortunately couldn't make it to Mumbai. Akash, you'll have 3 minutes starting now.
Good afternoon. Our research methodology involved visiting our TG in nearby areas and conducting depth interviews. Key barriers identified: low product confidence, reluctant to change behavior, that is bring about a change in the routine of the habit, unsure about number of clothes in one wash of Magic, and perceived benefit much lower than perceived cost. What can be done? A few ideas. Product bundling. Give a Magic sachet free with Wheel, our most penetrated detergent in the TG. This will help create product trials and also make use of Magic a part of the washing process for our TG. Be the Magic Star Family campaign. Here, we use a 3-step habit formation model of trigger, reward and routine to make Magic a habit for our TG. Our reward is a lucky opportunity to become the Magic Star family, returning 21 Magic sachets. One lucky family every 3 months in a locality will be the Magic Star family. The family will get an opportunity to feature in local print ads and also act as product champions. Dhokar Dikhao campaign. Go to our TG area, identify 8 women who are also opinion leaders. Divide them in 2 teams of 4 each. One team washes clothes using magic, which has to fill only 3 buckets of water, while the other washes without magic and thus fills 7 buckets. The team using magic will not only finish faster, but also with lesser efforts. Finally, do a litmus test in front of everyone present to generate product confidence. A live demonstration to an audience will help create product confidence as a part of a group and thus improve product adoption by engaging the TG at its touchpoints. A viral Ekta Di campaign. We plan to create a buzz and curiosity around Ekta Di and magic. It will start with, क्या Ekta Di ने आपको magic दिखाया? This will then be followed by a character introduction of Ekta Di who our TG can relate to. Ekta Di is like any other homemaker but uses magic and thus saves on time and effort, and in turn uses her time and strength to bring happiness to her family. Other ATL communication strategies include using celebrities in ads due to high connect with our TG, emphasizing on the number of clothes in one wash, hitting the emotional aspect by targeting husbands and children, showing an ad where a husband or a child feels sympathy for his mother and encourages her to use magic instead of enduring the pain of fetching water regularly, advertising magic equal to 3 buckets of water to avoid confusion for our TG by stressing on the fact that it is not a detergent but something that helps in saving water consumed while washing clothes. Thus, in a nutshell, we target low product confidence using campaigns like Dhokar Dikhao and use of celebrity endorsement. Habit change can be brought about by the Magic Star family campaign and display ads at identified consumer touchpoints. Low confidence in TG for decision making by involving husbands and encouraging group decisions. And problem of perceived benefit lower than perceived cost by the viral Ekta Di campaign. Our plans include reaching out to 10 lakh houses in the first year with a target of 70 at the end of the 4th year. This is approximately 20% of the TG as per our calculations. We finally break even in the 4th year with a 4th year marketing ROI of 304%. Thank you.
You talk about using local celebrities, but given that this is a new brand, budgets for it would be very small. Is that something that you feel is affordable, is relevant right now?
Probably not right now, but later. What we felt is we actually interviewed people. So we spoke to them about the wheel ad because they were using. So one thing that came to their mind is Salman Khan. We know that ad because Salman Khan was there in the ad. These people have a good connect with the local celebrities and they obviously have a very high aspiration. Okay, for example, say Rani Mukherjee, if she's shown in an ad using, so they also feel okay, it's something that we would also like to use.
Okay.
So there are a couple of recommendations that you guys are making based on 4 or 5 barriers.
Yeah.
So in the hierarchy of things, which is the sort of the top barrier that you want to?
People don't feel that it is actually worth spending 2 rupees on the product. First of all, they don't believe that the product will be able to wash. A lot of people say that 10 ml, how will that be able to compensate for 3 buckets of water? So the perceived cost is very high and the benefits are much lower.
What is that benefit that is much higher than perceived cost?
The benefit is first you're saving on water and you're also saving on your mother's or say your wife's efforts. She doesn't have to go and actually fetch water. Okay. That is where we said the hit on the emotional aspect.
And sorry, just to take that logic forward, sure. Where would you implement that?
One was in the viral Ekta Di campaign when we are showing that she is a common TG. She is someone with whom the TG will be able to relate to. And apart from that, some ATL ad or probably a print ad. And apart from that, you have to, if you want to show the perceived benefit, like we said, the Dhokar Dikhao campaign, you do a litmus test, show the people that yes, it is actually cleaning.
All right.
Thank you, XLRI. Judges, your thoughts on Akash's presentation on behalf of his team?
Listen, I thought it was, it's a classic case of your recommendations are kind of necessary, but I don't think they were sufficient. So that's an opportunity.
I think you were perhaps the only group I've heard on this series so far talk about men and children as the recipient of the communication. I found that an interesting thought, though I'm not sure if that's going to help you, win the big prize, but interesting.
All right, thank you so much, XLRI. We'll take another break here, but coming up on the other side, we'll have the last presentation of the semi-final round from IIM Kozhikode.
With the Swift.
पूरी बात सुनी नहीं और सलाह देना शुरू। लेकिन हमारे इंश्योरेंस एडवाइजर्स सलाह देने से पहले आपकी पूरी बात सुनते हैं, एडलवाइस टोक्यो लाइफ, क्योंकि इंश्योरेंस से बढ़कर है आपकी जरूरत।
Listen to that inner voice. Follow your heart. Embrace every possibility. Step out with Samsonite.
छत्तीसगढ़ के पास वो सभी एलिमेंट उपलब्ध हैं जो एक अच्छे राज्य के लिए होना चाहिए। छत्तीसगढ़ में पावर सरप्लस होने के कारण इंडस्ट्रीज का ग्रोथ बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है। जहां इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का विकास होता है वहां रियलिटी सेक्टर का भी काफ़ी तेज़ी से विकास होता है। एग्रीकल्चर क्षेत्र में भी छत्तीसगढ़ काफ़ी अच्छा कर रहा है। चावल का उत्पादन बहुत अच्छा होता है। आने वाले समय में छत्तीसगढ़ हिंदुस्तान का सबसे उभरता हुआ राज्य होगा।
Presented by Amrapali Group, developing India.
जल्दी करो, पिक्चर शुरू हो जाएगी।
हाँ हाँ, बस 1 मिनट।
और ये बच्चे, पिक्चर मिस हुई ना तो टिकट के पैसे तुम लोगों से वापस लूंगा।
जल्दी करो, अच्छे ही लग रहे हो। हम तो रिक्शा में जाएंगे, चलो।
क्या हमेशा अलग अलग?
हम समझते हैं कि साथ में सफर करने का मजा ही कुछ और है, इसीलिए बैंक ऑफ इंडिया लाए हैं आसान कार लोन्स। बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, रिश्तों की जमा पूंजी।
Welcome back. You're watching the last leg of the Lime Force semi-finals. Up next with their strategies to market HUL's laundry additive, Magic Water Saver, is the team from IIM Kozhikode. Riaz, Alisha and Namit. Riaz, you've made it here with a broken leg, so you obviously are very keen to get on with it. The judges have heard a lot of presentations before you, so make your 3 minutes count. Your 3 minutes start now.
The challenge is to place Magic as a part of day-to-day washing habits of Indian SEC, D and E customers, thus enabling them to utilize the limited water available in the best possible manner. Our primary research on customers across several states in India, backed by secondary research with academicians, NGOs and other stakeholders, helped us identify the 3 major segments according to water availability. We target the segment facing acute and moderate water shortage. We suggest a change in proposition to rinse in 1 bucket of water, changing from the current save 3 buckets of water, since our dialogue with prospective customers revealed the insight that save and conserve are words related to abundance, which is not a privilege that our TG enjoys. Further understanding of the TG explains that the customer who faces acute water shortage compromises on cleanliness, washing only the basic essential clothes. Almost 80% of the group responded positively about using the product. For these customers, the cost of convincing is generally low, as the need is to just convince them about the product through a trial, generating trials through free samples and money-back guarantee schemes, with the motive to reduce the risk of trial, and existing home-to-home demos can do the job in their case.
The second TG, people facing moderate water supply would prefer to save money than buy a product which will increase their comfort. Hence, it would take considerable convincing effort. We propose a cost-effective modification to the existing home-to-home demo with a group game to enhance word of mouth by the consumers and at the same time ensure they are encouraged to use the product for a minimum of 1 month. Groups of women would be incentivized based on the collective volume of Magic they use. Winners would be given gift hampers with laundry products. We would suggest it's ideal to focus only on one most effective activity and keep it simple and clutter-free for them. This effort would have a cost of contact of rupees 8.5 and a cost per conversion of rupees 18. With the strategy suggested, we expect to break even in the 3rd year with a customer base of about 10 lakh at sales volume of approximately 85 lakh units. To summarize, modifying the proposition, emphasizing on the sensory cues in the IMC and making it more desirable for the TG should be immediate goals. This can be done by reducing the trial risk for the consumers and involving them in group game and sufficiently rewarding to ensure that Magic becomes a daily use product for our TG.
What is the fundamental issue that is resulting in the volume being only 40% of the projected volume?
We spoke to some people who are actually using the product in Andhra Pradesh. They like the product, they've used the product and they feel it's effective. But then they feel, why spend every day? So basically they've not been into the habit of using the product.
What am I going to do about that? So what is going to be my promise that can overcome that barrier?
So the idea is that these people are running short of water for all their daily usage, and washing is a major water consuming activity. So what we're trying to tell them is that you can use your water for other purposes, more important purposes than washing.
And today consumers are facing the issue where they're diverting water from more important issues into washing, or do they find ways around it?
So one of the ways that they found around it was washing clothes less often. Most of the consumers in the water abundant state, they would wash clothes every day. Whereas in case of dry seasons, they would say they would wear the same clothes 2 times or 3 times and then put it to wash.
So one communication could be that saying is आप कपड़े 2 बारी मत पहनिए, हर बारी धोइए, because magic के साथ आपको एक bucket में wash हो जाता है. That's where you guys are? Do you think that's value enough for somebody to use it every day? Your judgment.
We found that they would be willing to use it, at least in the acute water shortage areas. The main problem was they could not believe in this product. So if they can believe in the product, they were more than willing to use it.
Okay.
Okay, everything that you've suggested as things that the Magic team can do seems pretty much like what they're already doing. What would you say is something that you've contributed that's new thought?
See, one challenge was to increase the conversion when we go for the trials. So the first case which was already given to us, out of the 5 homes we visit, 1 is ready for the trial. So now we are coming with a new competition where we found out that these people have a circle of influence surrounding them, which they have 2 or 3 close friends with them. We tell them, form a group, collect the magic wrappers or the product which you bought, and come to us. We will give you gift worth double the price of this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I am Kozhikode. Judges, some thoughts on this team's presentation. Anuradha, start with you.
It was a good effort. It was interesting reading some of the insights that you all gathered from your primary research.
I found the insight very interesting. I thought you were exploring some good ideas there, but I missed the bullseye approach in the plan.
Okay, well done once again, team. Can I please have you off stage now, and we'll give our judges a few moments to complete the scoring. So we're at the end of the semi-final round of Lime Season 4, and I have all the teams here with me. Let's start first with the scores for the teams who presented today. London Business School, our international wildcard, you went first and you scored 18 points. XLRI, you scored 10.6. And I am Kozhikode, the final team to present in the semi-final round. The judges gave you a score of 12.1. So what has that done to the overall leaderboard? The first team that will go into the grand finale of Lime Season 4 is IIM Bangalore with 23.7 points. The defending champions make it through again. Joining them in the grand finale are 2 teams tied, if you can believe it, on points. SP Jain Mumbai and London Business School are international wildcards. Congratulations once again to all the finalists. We look forward to meeting you again at the grand finale. And with that, we wrap up the semi-final round. Next week, in the grand finale of Lime, these 3 excellent teams will tackle a case of national importance and fight it out to win Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. Do join us then.
It's a very happy feeling that we have made it to the top among the best teams in the country. And also it's a good feeling that the judges actually appreciated the different bold and the calculated moves we made in the event. And also it's an appreciation of a thorough effort we put into the event.
So the next task for the grand final is about housing problem, which is a very important but challenging problem to solve. So again, we're going to have the same problem without being in India, but at the same time, housing issue is very common for the big city like London as well. So we made the grand final without being here, so we are very confident that we can work on it, and we are looking forward to our solution and the grand final.
I feel really happy on making it up to the top 3. Our seniors had also done it the last time, and there was a little bit pressure, so we're really happy we could live up to the expectation from our institution.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Developing